Hey, what is up, you guys? It is me, alot, and I'm back here again with a run of a DC Universe run of Nexus of Reality, which is the second hardest raid in the game. But yeah, so I'm ice tanking it, so it's like one of the hardest roles, kind of. It's quite hard, in my opinion. This is quite old though, because I am now an ice DPS, so I do damage. But yeah. Anyway, I just want to say that this is just some of the content I can bring to with DC and stuff. There's obviously going to be more coming out, and there's more coming out about really soon. So I'm excited, and you guys should be excited for that if you are DC fans. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, just show your support by either liking the video or commenting, and then I'll just know if you guys actually do want to see this or not, because I know most of my subscribers are indeed either Minecraft watchers or Call of Duty watchers. So yeah, but if you do enjoy like a variety of content with games, like I'm not just gonna do DC, but you know, if you guys do enjoy a variety of games and stuff, then that would be awesome. Then I can just do more of kind of that stuff. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to say what's going on here. So basically, I'm ice tanking, which is like one of the hardest roles and stuff, and it takes not a lot of skill. It kind of does. If you don't have to tank, then the whole team dies. But yeah, but it's pretty boring in my opinion, considering all I'm doing is just blocking, and then you know, chucking out powers and then blocking again. But you know, that's what you've got to do as a tank, not really much else. But as I was saying, I just wanted to like give you tips on how to tank. I'm not saying I'm the best tank, but you might as well, considering it's quite a long video. And why not just give you some tips? So yeah, basically for the first boss, you just wanna tank in the middle and stuff. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, and if you don't play DC, then I'll try and make it as simple as possible. But yeah, so what you want to do is you want to tank in the middle, and then just throw out your reflection, your shield, and then do bitter winds, and then inescapable storm. That's what I do. So yeah, and I've also got another pulling move, which is it can only be used if you have super speed, and I can't remember what it's called, but I use that, and then I clip it with that and cold snap, I think. Yeah. Okay, and then yeah, just block it, and then you have to block a lot. As you can see, as we go through this raid, I block a lot of the time, like 90% of me blocking. But yeah, and then so that's what you've got to do when you're doing it, when you're tanking. But yeah, you know, it's just practice really. Maybe if you tank for the first time, you might not get it, and you might go down a couple of times. But obviously it's just practice, like yeah. So once you do that, then you can well, and then once you do the first boss, which I have just finished, yeah,
but only to another reality. The Council of Batman will not give up so easily. Get those security doors down and get to the center of the Nexus. Once he's secured the artifact, that's where he'll take it.
yeah. Okay, so I just wanted you to listen to that. Maybe you guys did want to listen to it or not, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, and then when you're going through the ads, don't be too like cocky kind of thing. Don't start fighting and stuff, because these ads do hit hard, and when I've been tanking before, I've been against these ads, and then sometimes they do some crazy hits, and then you go down or something. But so don't take them lightly, but you don't need to take them like a boss. Like, it's not, if you know what I mean. Don't take them lightly, but don't take them too seriously. So yeah. Okay, and then as you progress through the raid, there's, depending on which bosses you have, because Nexus is really confusing. Like, you can have different bosses to each one, but with the ones that I'm doing, you want to have you want to, like, there's different ways to each boss. So ooh, that was so close. Oh my god, I did not know how I did not die then. But yeah, see what I mean by don't take them too lightly? Yeah, they nearly killed me. Thanks to the healer, they healed me up. But yeah, as for this boss right here, it is, I think, Future, I'm gonna say. Future Batman. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so as for Future, oh, it's Ninja. Okay, maybe not. As for Ninja Batman, you're gonna wanna just stay in the middle. For most of these bosses, you're gonna wanna stay in the middle, like where he is. So where he is right now, I'm just gonna be tanking there. And when Ninja and Future teleport or whatever, or like drop a smoke bomb and then thingamabob, drop a smoke bomb and then disappear like he just did. You just want to stay in the middle and try and get the aggro back. Just try and pull him back, and then eventually he will come to you. See, yeah, okay. Yeah, so eventually he'll come to you, and then it'll be all dandy. So just be patient. Don't go to him, because if you go to him, then everyone around you is gonna have to move into different positions, and then it's just gonna be a lot of hassle if you keep going to him. So just stay in the middle, and he'll come to you. And yeah, that's basically it, really. But yeah, and then just make sure you keep throwing out that rotation. So you want to have reflection. That's what I have. Reflection. Then I use bitter wind. If I have it, like if it's the cooldown's done. Then bitter winds. Then I use either inescapable storm or the other pulling move, and then I clip it with cold snap. So yeah, and then if you get knocked down, what I have is winter ward, which pretty much picks me back up instantly, and it acts like a shield as well, but not for much damage. It's not really effective in these raids, but it's still a shield. Your main shield is reflection. So yeah, and with a Nexus drone that just took out one of my teammates, you wanna if you're a tank, then you're just gonna want to leave it. You don't really need to. Well, you can drag. There's no point. You can't really drag the aggro towards it. It just kind of does what it wants to do. So what you want to do is keep Ninja next to you, because when the DPSs are attacking the Nexus, right? You're not gonna be able to pull the Nexus towards you. So all you want to do is just have Ninja Batman next to you, so then it'll be easier for the DPSs to take them out. So yeah, and now as you saw, the Nexus drone just targeted me, so I couldn't do anything. But yeah, so that's all you really want to do when you have the Nexus drone attacking other people. Just do that, and then you should be good. And then yeah, but if you're a DPS, what you want to do is depending on what kind of role, what kind of DPS you are. If you're a single target DPS, you're going to concentrate. I guess you want to concentrate on the boss. It doesn't really matter if you choose either, but as me as a DPS being a multi-target DPS, I'm gonna wanna focus on the Nexus drone, and I wanna take out as quick as possible. So then I can, if the tank gets hit with the Nexus drone, then he can take back the aggro as soon as possible and put him back. Same thing. Alright, just trying to make it easier for the people who don't play DC first. But yeah, as you can see, we're just about to kill him, or he's nearly dead or whatever. But yeah, Ninja Batman is a bit tricky, but it's easier if you have him this boss rather than the third boss, because the third boss, if you're against Ninja as the third boss, he'll just keep pulling you in, and then he does some crazy shit. But yeah, so having Ninja here is just a bonus. But yeah, and then once you kill Ninja Batman, or this Batman, depending on which Batman you have at the time when you're in Nexus, because it always changes because it's some BS. Pardon me. Yeah, so you wanna, pardon me again. Then you wanna go and you're gonna have to go back the other way. You guys can go that way, the way I'm looking at for just a second ago. But we just go back on ourselves because it's easier. We don't have to just fight the ads, so it's just easier if we do that. There's a Brainiac Spark who wants to, as we call it, fuck with us. But yeah, these little sparks that are at the side, you don't really want to activate them. I mean, if you accidentally activate them, then you're gonna have to go back and take them out. As me being a tank, what I will do is I will either keep the aggro of the enemies in front of us, because 99.9% of the time the Brainiac sparks get like activated when get activated when you're fighting, so you accidentally do it. But so as a tank is I would keep the aggro in front of the enemies, because most of the time there are more enemies in front. So, and then the DPS will destroy the Brainiac spark behind. Or sometimes I would try and get the enemies in front of us, then switch targets to the Brainiac spark, which is behind us, and try and pull him here, and then everyone can just focus in one place. But yeah, so yeah, and then what was I gonna say? And then once you go through, oh no, actually, I'll talk about what gear and what stuff I've got on me. So as I'm recording this, I'm CR95, I'm pretty sure, and you guys would be like, oh my god, no way, he's such a noob, he's CR95. If you know if you play DC and you're a decent player or very good at it, but you guys would be like, oh, he's such a noob, he's only CR95, how is he tanking this? To be honest, if you have a good group then, and you know how to tank, kind of like I do, I don't know if I'm good at tanking, and for example, look, see, the Brainiac Spark is right there, and what I tend to do is I switch to the Brainiac Spark and then pull him towards us. Oh, he's actually already dead. Oh, that's a bit awkward. But yeah, I was gonna pull him towards us, but yeah, and then yeah, so what you want to do, like people who are like, oh, he's such a noob because he's only CR95, if you've got a good group, then you should, and you know how to tank, you should be fine, to be honest. And if you're lucky with the bosses you get, because if you get Ninja Batman as your last boss, the person who is not like hologrammed or whatever at the start, then if you don't get him, then you're lucky. If you do get him, it's going to be a bit tricky. Same with who else is it? Yeah, GCPD, I'm going to say. Yeah, if you also get GCPD, then I don't know which one, because there's two characters that have like hovering balls around the last boss area, and then it's just annoying. So yeah, but yeah, so I had about 85, 86 gear on this when I was recording this, and I was nearly kind of fully modded, not fully modded, but I had quite a few mods. Um, but yeah, and then, but I wasn't really, you know, fully geared. I had mods and stuff and all that stuff, but to be honest, what really probably helped me a lot in this raid is then the base mods. So what you can do is you can get base mods, or you can like buy buy base mods, not with money but with Marks of Triumph. If you, as again referring back to people who know how to play or have played DC and know what I am talking about. But yeah, you can get base mods, and they really do help you a lot. Like, it's ridiculous how much they help you. But yeah, so those do help a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I had for my neck, I think I had fortified blocking. I don't even know the ones, but I'm just gonna say. So I had fortified blocking, deadly block, what else did I have? Oh my god, this is not good. Fortified blocking, deadly block, and I can't remember, but I had good ones, just mainly to do with tank. If you go into your base and stuff and then look at them, I recommend before you do anything, you get your mods, or base mods to boost to, so that the highest you can get. So trust me, they do help you out a lot. It's one of the best things. And then once you've got that, you can start getting your either supply drops or orbital strikes. That's it. Yeah, so you can then after you get them. But yeah, and then once you have them, then you're actually really good to go. So, but because I forgot which ones I had, you could just look on them and then choose which one you think is the best for tanking, really. Most of the times you can tell the ones are for tanking by they increase your defense and your dominance and toughness and stuff like that. So those are pretty good. But fortified blocking is a must. Like, even if you don't have the other ones, which you should, but if you don't, you must get fortified blocking. Fortified blocking, I think, adds, when you block, it adds 7,400 defense to you, and about 700 toughness as well. So that's just crazy. Like, my defense there, I think it was like 5k defense, maybe 4.5 or 5, yeah. But yeah, that's like crazy. So yeah, so that just, 7,400 is just ridiculous, isn't it? So it's better just to that is a must. Like, no matter what else happens, you must get that. Otherwise, you can tell the difference if you don't have fortified blocking on, or if you do. Yeah, so just it's better to have it on. And I think I might be getting it wrong. I might be thinking of a different mod, but because there's another mod that what it does is it every 60 seconds it pops up a shield. It could be the same thing, but I really can't remember. but it pops up a shield, and it prevent, like,